sooner or later, and it says it is. All right, so if I launch this application called Get Ride, the last video that I did, this is a long running code kata of me building like a Get Ride app. So a user takes their phone and requests a ride. And so again, in the last video that I did, I started the implementation of the end of ride page, meaning that they request a ride, they await a ride, they're en route, and now I'm fleshing out the UX or the user experience for what it means to experience the end of a ride. And so that's where I left off at yesterday. And yesterday I also said that I was going to take that end of ride page of the application and create a grid out of the labels that I had initially placed onto that particular page. So that's what I'm going to start doing. And right now the app is bootstrapping. This is my output window over here. I don't plan on this video taking more than maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. And so sooner or later, it's going to deploy the app to my emulator. And every time I program on my machine, I'm reminded that I really need to upgrade to 64 gigs of RAM for my next laptop, which I'll probably be doing very soon, probably in another 2 months. So this is still bootstrapping. I feel like it's taking longer and longer every single time I compile. So I'm going to patiently wait for that to occur. Anytime now. I don't know what all this stuff is. So I guess I could have launched this before I started the video. While this is waiting, I guess I could describe some of the views that, or some of the domains that I have. I have a ride domain. I have a account domain. Now Visual Studio is hanging, so it's okay. Ride domain, no, it's still hanging. This is the slowest load time ever. Okay, so now it's finally loaded. And if I go over here, it should render the application where you see pickup and destination. So I'd say CLE, and then down here I'll say MIA. And all this is mocked out right now. So it doesn't matter what you put in, it's going to give you $5 as the price. And it loads up a map. I say pay with, and then I say Visa. That's the xamarin.forms picker control that I select the payment type with. I hit request ride. It's going to say looking for drivers, and then it's going to say found a driver, John Roach. His car is that Lamborghini. He has a license plate number above it. Arrives in 3 minutes. Then it says you're on your way, and then there is a ride ended in which it has debited. That $9.99 should be $5. So that's something I need to fix because that seems to be hard coded. It has Visa, it has pickup destination, which I have to throw in here. Okay, so that is in ride. It should be ride ended XAML. Why is everything so slow? I think I know why, because I just updated my version of Visual Studio, so it probably destroyed all the cache and all the other stuff. That's probably why it's taking so long for everything to happen. Okay, so here's the page, the XAML that I'm working on. Hence, it's reminiscent of this right here. And so I want to turn that into a grid. So I want to do something like in here, have a grid, then have you say grid dot row definitions. Okay, and then I can say that this is probably going to be like at least 3 rows, probably 5 rows, IDK. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. At least 4 rows for sure. Okay, and there'll be 2 columns, so I could say grid dot column definitions, and then say that there's going to be a column definition, and say that there's going to be another column definition. Okay, and so then I can, within my grid element, after I define the rows and columns, theoretically I should be able to throw these labels or embed those labels in this within this grid element, and then I could say this label will be a grid.row. These are attached properties of a grid 0, and then we could say column or grid.column, grid.column. I don't know yet. I'm just going to say 0 for right now. Okay. So what actually is this label? The context for this label is, of course, I didn't mean to do that. The context for this label is a fee. Okay. So one could say that I can add a label right here and say that the text is going to be fee, or I could say charged. Okay. And then I have the value over here. This label provides the value. So that's grid 0, grid.row 0, column 0, row 0, column 1. Okay. So then I can say in my other label value pair, grid dot row is going to be 1, and this grid dot column is going to be 0. Well, that's going to be 1 because I need to embed another label, which is going to be, in this case, the payment type. So over here, I can say, payment type, put colon over here, and this will have the bank card information. So this would be 0 for a column, and then the column for the actual value will be 1. All right, so now that I have that, there's the pickup and the destination. So these are also going to have value pairs. Or maybe not. If let me see. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 labels, which means that I probably have 6 rows. And so maybe I could have I don't know if I should have this pickup and destination label value pairs as well, or if I should just have pickup and then 2 and then destination. And I'm thinking maybe pickup to destination. So what I mean by that is I have like the text equals 2, and then I can have over here grid dot row is in this case 2, and grid dot column equals 0. And if I do that, then I can say grid dot column span is going to be 2. Okay. Now what? Okay. So then I would need to have this over here. Grid.row. This would be 3, and then column span, and then I could say something like, hold up, let me break all this down. Over here, I could say this payment type, bank card, pickup, and then this was 2 over here. I could say that the horizontal options is going to be center, and then I can say the horizontal text alignment is going to be center. Okay. And then for the destination, I should just be able to make that row 4. And something like that. And in this case, something like that column is, no. How does this work? Okay. And so that looks okay to me. I think I would change the pickup to destination, put that in the front, and then put the charge and payment type in its place at the bottom. But the charge and payment type labels, that should be flush. So I'm thinking that there should be a horizontal text alignment start, and same thing over here. That could probably be extracted to be its own. That didn't work. So horizontal options start as well. All right, that's a little bit better. And what else? Well, I could probably take this and apply it to the value. And then over here, excuse me. Over here, do that. All right, it looks a little bit better. And what else? Well, that grid probably can have a margin on there. Margin, and we'll say it's going to be, I don't know, 20 and 0. Okay. What else? We'll say that the horizontal options is going to be center. I don't think that did anything. Center and expand. I don't think that did anything either. Maybe it did. What else? I'm not going to get hung up over that right now. The charge, boom, boom. So now I want to 0, 1. I want to pick up 2 and destination to be at the top, and then charge and payment type to be at the bottom. So specifically, I want, let me see, I want this over here to be at the top. So this would be 0, and then this would be 1, and this would be 2 for the rows. And then down here, this would be 3, 3. Hold up. Let me see. Charged. Yeah. 3, 3. And then 4, 4 down here. 4, 4. And that's getting closer to what I want. And for the grid, I think I'm going to say that this will be start. Does that do anything? This ride ended up here. Vertical, let's say start and expand. Okay. And then the grid will be start and expand. Just didn't really do anything. Stack layout will be, I don't know if that would be vertical options, start and expand. I don't know. I didn't really do anything. Yeah, it did. Okay. But now my map is cut off up here. This map, I gotta figure out how to do the map part. Let me see something. If I just want to figure out what's affecting what, I could say background color, red. Okay, so in the stack layout, this should be start. Okay, nope. This should be fill and expand. And over here, this should be start. So get rid of the background color up here. What I want to do is I want to make this pick up to destination, all that stuff flush. So vertical options for the grid, can I say start and expand here? And that's not really doing anything for me. And I'll just say that over here, the background color red. Okay, so the grid is separated. And for vertical options, see up here, if I say start, that's fine. The grid down here, so the map is separate from my stack layout in here. At least that's what it appears to be, or it's not. Okay, so I'll figure out this map part later. I'm not going to get hung up over that right now. That's going to be it for right now. This bottom part, charge, payment type, the label value pairs here, that could be more centered, which I'm not quite sure what the best way of handling that is going to be. That is in the grid though. So my grid should be horizontal options in here should be center and expand, I would think. That's not working though. Or for the columns, I could have in the grid that how's it going to work? Auto, make that lowercase. Auto here. Okay, that's a little bit better. And for the rows up here, I can have height equal, and then within double quotes, I could put in auto like that, which doesn't really appear to do anything. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. And so I don't really like the color, but for the let me see something. The text color over here and say navy. And for the over here, for the actual payment type, navy. I don't like navy. I'm gonna say orange. Okay. And I don't like orange either. I could change the right ended here to be maroon. And then yeah, I think that's okay. So it's a little bit closer to what I want. This map over here, I'm not sure why it gets truncated. So all this is in the stack. So then the stack, if I say background color red, which I think I already did already, this vertical option should be maybe start and expand. That's not really doing anything. Fill and expand. And that's a little bit better. And what happens is that leaves me with the labels up here, which is fine. I don't know if it makes a difference if I do this. I'm just going to leave it alone right now. I think this is okay for right now. The map, I would like for that to be flush, meaning that I could say vertical options equals start and expand maybe. Is that going to do anything? No. All right, I'll just leave it alone. And I think there probably should be a little bit more spacing between the pickup destination versus the charged. So what I mean by that is this charge right here. I think it should have a margin of the top being 20. Actually, what if I just do the whole thing? If I do that, then I have to do the value part of it as well. So that's going to be 20. And if I do this and then I say 5 and I say Over here, this is 5. Or I could just say 0. 0 here. Regardless, it's going to not align well. Or I did this in the wrong order. It's supposed to be 0, 20, 0, 20. Over here, 0, 20. And something tells me that I can probably have a divider in here, meaning that I'm not sure how many rows I have in here. That's 3, that's 6, which means that I should have okay, yeah, I can add a divider in here. So what I mean is I'll add a box view, pick up to destination. After destination, I want to add a box view in here. So I'll have I think it's box view. And then it's horizontal options. I think it's fill and center and expand or fill and expand. And height is going to be 1. And then color, I don't know if it's background color or color. I don't know which one it is. Color will be gray. And let's say background color is gray. And this will be our 30. The column span will be 2. Grid dot column span equals, let me start over. Grid dot column, I'm missing the double quote. Okay, go back. Grid dot column span equals 2. And so then this would be 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, something like that. And that's the divider right there. Of course, it didn't go very far. So that box view, I don't know if it's fill and expand. Is that going to make a difference? That's a little bit better. And say this is going to be light gray. I don't know if I need a background color or not. Okay. So now what? Maybe it's with this box view that we can have our margin. Meaning that do something like that. Okay, that's starting to come together a little bit. Anything else? I think that's okay. I think that's okay for right now. the pickup and destination with the question marks all over them, that needs to actually be bound to my view models. Pickup address, destination address. I'll do that another time. I want this map down here to be taller. I want this pickup to destination to get lifted up higher, which I'm not quite sure the best way of accomplishing that. This is start and expand up here. And I know I've messed with this several times. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I'll focus on that later. The yeah, that's is bothering me. Ride ended. What if I just say start for ride ended? That's what I was looking for. That is what I was looking for. Okay. And is there anything else? I don't really like the color of ride ended. Dark gray. Okay, that's a little bit better. And in another video, I'll do the data binding of the pickup and the destination. So to recap, if I relaunch this application, I'm relaunching the application. My OCD's taking over a little bit. Okay. Launching the app. And have pickup. So I say CLE, destination, MIA, price. And then I have this over here. And yeah, I want this size map on my end of ride view. Say pay with MasterCard, request a ride. It says looking for drivers. Then it says John Roach arrives in 3 minutes, call message. And then it says you're on your way. And then it says ride ended. And then I'll have the pickup address, the destination address, charge, payment type. Okay. That's essentially what I'm looking for. All right. So is there anything else in here that I want to mess around with? Yeah. That grid is start and expand. I keep messing around with this grid. It's this map over here. So in the await ride, my map was, let me see. Did I not have a map in here? It was 320, 200. And this is 80, 50. If I could say 160, 100, then my map should double in size. Okay. And that's a little bit better. But I think it'd be better than that. Say 200 and then I didn't mean to do that. I say 200. I want my height to double. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So again, in another video, I'll do data binding for pickup and destination, but this is kind of look and feel that I want. Then they could go back to their account, and I'll probably have ride, account, and transactions as a menu item. Transactions will record the the cancellations and the actual rides that have taken place in past history. And that's it. I'm pretty content with this. I think this was maybe an hour that I just knocked off. So I didn't really do any C sharp or F sharp manipulation. So all my tests should still pass. So once the tests pass, and I don't know why there's 9 tests in here. There should be like 24 or something. Why is there only 9 tests in here? Oh no, something's not right. Ride that test. Okay, yeah, there's 26 tests. So everything still passes. Check this in. And I'll say enhanced UI for ride ended. And then, I don't know, I'll say added grid for label value pairs. Something like that. Commit all and push. And I am done for my 1 hour quota for today. Good stuff. All right, I'm out. Peace. Adios. Stop broadcast.